Only on WLWT, Cincinnati firefighters mourning the loss of one of their biggest fans, Hubert Champ Kohler.
Champ died last week at 73 years old, and although he never wore the uniform, firefighters say that Champ was part of the Cincinnati fire family. Our WLWT News 5's Karen Johnson here now with how Champ is being remembered. Hi there.
You guys, the story just touches my heart. Champ's love of the fire service began at a young age. He was first introduced to Cincinnati firefighters when he was a kid. His father was a delivery driver, which took him all around the city and into firehouses. Well, that sparked a lifelong passion for the Cincinnati Fire Department. The power of community and connection felt inside Cincinnati Fire Station 37 as firefighters reflect on the life of Hubert Champ Kohler.
People don't know his real name was Hubert Kohler, but we knew him as Champ.
He would just walk in. He was one of the guys. He would knock on the door. We'd come out and say, "Hey, Champ!"
A champion of the fire department, Champ would spend his days visiting Cincinnati fire stations.
Champ was our biggest fan. He was like family to us.
When firefighters were dispatched to a scene, Champ wasn't far behind, waiting for them with a smile and his stuffed service dogs.
He supported us so much, was there all the time. Anytime there's multi-alarm fire, he would be there. He just was that guy.
Just as some people memorize the stats of their favorite ball players, Champ devoted himself to learning everything he could about Cincinnati's firefighters.
When you were on a transfer list to be transferred or when you're switching positions, he'd know almost before you did.
And when it came to city streets, you'd be hard-pressed to stump him. Champ's final years were spent at the Brookside Nursing Home, but the fire department made sure he stayed connected. They gifted him a fire radio, which allowed him to listen to calls and kept him close to the action he loved.
He got a lot of joy out of following the fire department, so when he was unable to respond and come out to the scenes in his personal car and follow us, he was able to kind of still stay in contact with us by radio.
Champ didn't have much in terms of money, so when he died at the age of 73, Cincinnati firefighters stepped up once again. They raised money to give him a proper goodbye, a way to honor the man who spent a lifetime honoring them.
Since he was a kid, he's been following us. We feel like we owe this to him.
So we just needed to do that for him. It's just something that you do for CFD family.
In the hearts of Cincinnati firefighters, Champ will always be one of their own. And services for Champ will be held tomorrow at the Walker Funeral Home in Walnut Hills. Visitation is at 10, followed by his funeral at 11. And Mike and Sheree, I have a feeling it will be well represented by the Cincinnati Fire Department.
Karen, thanks so much for telling that story. And what I love, it takes two to tango. You could tell he had the passion for the fire folks, but the fact that they gave it back to him, they received it and they wrapped their arms around this guy, that was a really cool relationship.
Well, I mean, I'm sure that they just appreciate so much.
Yeah.
You know, they see a lot of horrible things at times dealing with fires, and to have someone who just respects and appreciates them. I love that they gave him a radio, you know, so that he could listen, and then to help with his funeral. Thank you to all of those firefighters, and of course Karen for telling the story.